So when you write this as a monomial, use your exponent rules that we covered in class. But don't forget, you're finding the area of a triangle. So do base times height divided by 2. In other words, multiply these, and then multiply it by 1/2. And this should be your final answer. Next, simplify. Don't forget, find a common denominator and just use your division of exponent rules. I recommend simplifying within, so I've already found the common denominator. So now I'm going to have 3x to the 1/4, because 2/4 minus 1/4 is 1/4, and then y to the 8/12 minus 6/12 is 2/12. Reduce that, and that's 1/6, and the 2 remains, and then we're going to raise all that to the 2 power by using the power rule. We wind up with 9/4, and then x to the 1/2, y to the 1/3. For this question, we have to graph it, find the domain and the range. I recommend starting out by graphing it. First of all, you notice that this is positive. The leading coefficient is positive. So you're going to have a growth curve that's going to go in the positive direction. So we already know for the range, we're going to have y is greater than something. You just have to determine what that is. Because it's going up, it's getting higher. And we're going to reach a limit. We just don't know where it is yet. Or do we? I'm going to give you a hint to help you determine what it is. So if I make my table of values, I'm going to try to find some easy numbers to work with. Let's do -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. 0 is easy. 4 to the 0 power is 1. 3 times 1 is 3. So we get 0, 1. We can plot that. And we're going to figure out where this curve is going. Sorry, that's 0, -1, right? No, 0, 1. And then let's put in 1 for 4. 4 to the 1 power is 4. 3 times 4. 12 minus 2 is 10. Put 2 in, we've got 16. 3 times 16 is 48. 48 minus 2 is 46. And I graphed 110, and 246 is way up here, near where I wrote the problem. And now if I put in -1, then I get 1/4. 3 times 1/4 is 3/4. 3/4 minus 2 is -1.25. Wait, 3/4 minus 2. Yeah, -1.25. Okay, so now we're down here at -1, -1, -1.25 is just right about here. And if I put in -2, I have 1/16. 3 times 1/16 is 3/16. 3/16 minus 2 is equal to -1 7/16. And what's happening is we're approaching -2, but we're never going to hit it. Bringing me to my point, you can easily figure out where the range is based on this. We're never going to hit -2, but we're going to get very close. So y is greater than -2. There's our range. For domain, for this class, it's always all real numbers. So you can say x is all real numbers. And we've graphed it. We're going towards, we haven't completely graphed it, but now we have. Sorry, it's really ugly. You just have to write a sketch on the test that I'm going to be giving you tomorrow. Let's look at this one. We're going to use the half-life of plutonium-241. Half-life is the amount of time it takes for something to decay to where you have half the original amount, is 14.4 years. So you're going to use this equation where you have 1 plus or minus the rate, and we are going to multiply that by the original, and we're going to get the final, and we're going to raise this to the t power. Okay, so we're going to use 1 minus the half-life, 0.5. We've got the original, and we're going to do it to the t power, and we have 0.5 left after. We've got 5.5 grams as the original, 5.4, and we're going to raise it to the 1,095 days, and we're going to divide that by the half-life. we've got to figure out how many half-lives are in 1095. So the half-life is 14.4. We wind up getting right around 4.7 grams. That's a solution there. Let's look at this one. You invest okay, so this is going to be the compound interest formula. So remember, you've got R over N, and you're going to raise it to the NT, and 1 plus, because you have the 100% plus whatever you're gaining, because it's appreciating, your principal, or what you're depositing in the bank, and that's your final amount. So we're investing 6,000, that's our principal, that's our P, and we're going to do 1 plus the rate, which is 0.05, because it's appreciating at a 5% rate, and it's compounded quarterly, so 4. You're going to use 4, quarter means 4. And how much money we have after 5 years, so it's compound quarterly, or N is 4 again, and we're going 5 years. And the final answer is 7,692, whoops, that should be a decimal point, and 22 cents.